He's one of the most talented producers around at the moment, bruv, and I don't see why. Well, I know he's up there with the best of them, mate. He's made some of the best songs on my album.
Yes, you're with Lewi White, Beyond the Booth Studios, you're here, Devs, yours, the team's here. About to show you where it goes down, how it goes down. Started as a DJ, that's what I started doing. I was DJing, pirate radios, parties, whatever. I was about 14, I think, 14, 15. And I met Jammer through that, and I used to buy records off Jammer. He was working in a distribution company, and eventually went down to him, see his studio, and I just realised, yeah, this is really what I want to be doing, producing, rather than mixing and all the DJ stuff. That's not really me. When I was at school, I had Fruity Loops on my computer, and that's when I was just mucking about or whatever. Then, yeah, when I met Jammer, that's when he had a little bedroom studio in his basement. Famous basement, and yeah, that's where I really started. After that, went to college, did sound engineering courses, music technology, all of that sort of stuff, and just went with it. I used to have little piano lessons or whatever, but never and ever took it seriously. Ever, like, I still can't play piano now. I'm not no keyboard wizard or anything. When we're in the studio, it's all natural. It just happens naturally. Like, we don't sit there and think, oh, we've got to do this, need to play it like that. Let's just let it come out how it comes. The whole Nasty Crew thing, that's how I met Gets, and I think Gets had just come out of jail, and the first tune he ever done when he come out of jail was one of my tunes, and that was on Lord of the Decks or Lord of the Max or something like that. And met Devlin. Probably met Devlin before that even. I can't even remember. He was like that. Yeah.
First ever tune I vocal was in Louis' house, like back in the day.
So yeah, I remember that as well. Dev's his first tune. That was at my mum's house. Fruity Loops, Reason, old school, very old. We must have been about 13. I must have been. I wasn't much older, but yeah. It's good to see the progression now, like in both of us even the progression from freedom of speech to Bud Sweat Beers, to me, and I hear both of them, just like, oh gosh, like the musical chemistry that we have between us as our little, like me and Devs have got a musical chemistry, me and Gets, when we're in the studio. It's not planned, it's never planned, we never sit here and...
3 years of coaching with each other,
yeah, it's like...
As well, you know what I mean? Like, we're good friends, man, so it's just like, you know what fags to get your mate to the shop. You know what beats I'm gonna like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's it.
So,
right.
We just jam, man. Nothing serious, no pressure with the boys, man. Just go in.
With Devs and Gets, I know they like a lot of strings and orchestral and theatrical sound, so that's how it will start. I'll start with strings and then make a beat around it, but I don't know, it's just, that's my little thing as well anyway. I use a lot of strings from when I can remember. Platoon and that had all horns and strings and whatnot in it, so I've always been like that anyway, so it's 50-50. Half the time it will start with a synth or a string or a sound, half the time we'll start with drums, like, depends how we feel in the day. When the energy is all there, that's when the magic really happens, like everyone's on the same page. Me and Roars will be here making the beat, Devs, Gets, Dogs, they'll be writing, and
even marching through the fog, like me and Lou was going in, my boy Term fell asleep on the sofa and that, he woke up, like he played the guitar sound in the background. That was about 5 or 6 in the morning. We were just going in, and we were just going in mad, crazy hours, and just experimenting really with music. And I think over the last year, all of us in here, it's just the music has developed. Like we got that musical thing in us, man. And as we're learning and growing, it's just maturing as well, like we are.
32 channel Mackie. Don't need 32 channels, but it's there anyway. This is the monster. This is where a lot of my dubstep basses come out of. Sick. Speakers, Dyne Audio, pretty simple, nothing special. Sound card, I've got the Digi design. It's a good one. Compressor for the vocals and MIDI interface. That's it. Oh, I've got a Roland, but I don't really use it. And a MIDI keyboard and a Mac. It's a very simple setup. Having 4 tracks on Devlin's album, and for how well it's doing, and I'm proud of that. Yeah, proud of Devs, proud of myself, proud of everyone that put input into that, because it's doing well. I just want to just keep making good music and just keep doing what I'm doing and not have to water anything down and do it, just do me. As long as I can make a living and I'm alright off of music, I'm happy. I've opened up Our Father, Devlin. I'm going to strip it back, show you what's in it. Raw's Artilla played these. The Man, my co-producer, the guy. And that is really the whole tune, that little melody there. We added. It's how you play the keys. It's not what it is. That's the whole tune. Yeah. Got like a little vocal thing.
I can push any key.
Then we got the drums. I'll just use the groove agent. That's it. That's the whole tune. Oh, little 808. Devlin. When you know you got a good tune and you don't need to put no ad-libs on your verses, like Devs did, right there, is when you know you've got a good tune. That runs through the best part of the tune, just one long note. That happens a lot in my tunes. You might not hear it, but it's usually in there.
Basically, to work with Lewi, do you know what I mean? I've worked with Lewi for a long time now, so since I was about 15, I'm 21 now, so that's about nearly 7 years I've worked with Lewi. So above all, he's my pal, do you know what I mean? I love coming to see my boy. I love coming to the studio and just jamming. And this is the place I feel at home. This is where I've done Tales from the Crypt, Art of Rolling, the best part of Bud Sweat Beers, you know what I mean? So if there could be any studio I feel most comfortable in, it's this studio, do you know what I mean? Because like Raw's, Lewi and my boys, you know what I mean? I love coming down here with dogs, gets. So I won't be in any other studio in the world, do you know what I mean? So big up Lewi White, it's a pleasure working with him. And just made some big music over the years. And from Nasty Crew days when I was a fan, do you know what I mean? When I was a young boy, listening to beats and that. Now to be here, and working with a man. He's got 4 or 5 songs on the album. We've got an album out and come a long way, man. So just won't want to be nowhere else apart from this studio, really.
Yes, Lewi White, finishing up. Be on the Booth Studios. Yeah, SBTV. Thank you for having me.
I was 17 when I finished my first solo CD, but this time there's an album in the mix.